Hi again. I really didn't want to space out what I was going to say because I have a really horrible memory. Um, so I really do want to speak on the topic of opiate addiction because I feel that it is a different breed from other drugs. Not to belittle the fact that anyone has quit stimulants. I knew it was no walk in the park to quit meth on my own. I'm not saying that. I'm simply trying to state that there are different elements to this, and it does affect your body in different ways. First of all, the withdrawals are horrific. For me personally, other than the body aches and the lack of energy and the lack of appetite, feeling like you're going to pass out because after a while of using opiates, it messes up your respiratory system. And when your respiratory system is messed up, regardless of how you use the drug, because it slows everything down, when you quit, you finally feel the sensation of all the time and the impact that that drug has had on your body. And it kind of sucks to not be able to feel like you can catch your breath. It's kind of scary. Other than that, if you can be adult with me for a moment, you do get irregular. You do get constipated. Your digestive system is slowed down. Your metabolism is slowed down. Everybody thinks that quote-unquote junkies, I hate using that word, but quote-unquote junkies lose a lot of weight. Not always true. When I went to rehab, I actually was 30 pounds heavier, and through being abstinent, I lost weight. So there is no good reason other than the fact that you like to feel good to do this. Or, if you're like me, an addict. But that's not a justifiable reason. I'm just saying that that's another topic we're going to need to go over, is addiction. I'm just super concerned. I do live in the state of Colorado, with how things have progressively gotten worse. I was 14, 15 when there was that big meth craze that came through Colorado, and I did my thing until about 17, non-stop, and it did a toll on my body. But I do remember that once I got the willpower to quit, I could quit. I feel like with this drug, maybe it's that I'm older, but also it's a much different kind of, there's more elements included in it. The sickness is something that every opiate addict fears. It is completely unbearable. It is what will drive you to get what you need. It is really like having another person inside of you that is telling you, hey, this is gonna really fucking hurt. You better fucking fix this right now. And even before your stash runs out, if you're like me, you'd run out and figure out ways to get shit. You learned how to stash. People would call me a hoarder because I wouldn't share, because I keep my own little personal stash because I didn't want to get sick. But I didn't start heroin until 19. and I was a reckless drug user. I was on a path of destruction. I didn't give a fuck. I really, really didn't care. And that sucks now because I struggle with not liking myself anyways, and then having all these things that haunt you in the middle of the night, these horrible things that you've done to obtain a substance. It gets kind of messy, but I'm really concerned for these young kids out here. I'm not saying I have any better of a grip on it, but after several years of being in the game, I felt more educated. I feel like kids nowadays will go online to there are fucking websites now that will teach you how to shoot up correctly. I think that is fucking unbelievably sick. That's on the same level as those pro-Anna bullshit websites. Promoting a disease, a fucking sickness. Why don't you just tell people how to get fucking cancer, why don't you? Anyways, these kids, I mean, I've straight up asked some of them before, and they said, oh, I learned it off of .com. I don't want to incriminate anybody right now, but there's one specific website that I think needs to be taken down. And these kids are just as, if not more, self-destructive than myself. They didn't hesitate to use their neck veins. I waited a long, long time before I touched anything that was really out of bounds. Not saying that it was okay, but I'm just saying that I feel like there are no boundaries anymore for young heroin users. And there's no respect, and there's no truth told to these kids. And really, I feel like the parents just give up on them. And they're left to their own devices, and they have a car, and, you know, they got a little bit of money for a shitty-ass apartment, and I'm sorry to say, inevitably, I believe over half these kids are going to be found dead. And it really fucking sucks. But, that's just my little spiel on that. I feel like we need to talk about addiction next. But, we'll just go over, are you an addict and what is an addict? Thank you for listening.